poorest and dirtiest country in the world. The economic landscape of our world is a tapestry woven from threads of wealth and poverty, progress and stagnation. This exploration delves into 30 countries, offering a snapshot of their economic realities through the lens of GDP per capita. Number 30. South Sudan. Despite gaining independence in 2011, South Sudan remains one of the world's poorest countries. A brutal civil war that raged for decades left its infrastructure in ruins and its economy shattered. Political instability continues to be a major obstacle to development, discouraging foreign investment and hindering efforts to rebuild. This translates to a meager GDP per capita of $303, making it incredibly difficult for the average South Sudanese to afford necessities like food, clean water, and proper sanitation. Most people in South Sudan rely on subsistence farming for their livelihood, a precarious existence heavily dependent on unpredictable rainfall. However, the government is taking steps to improve the situation by investing in infrastructure projects, promoting agricultural practices that are more resilient to drought, and attempting to attract foreign investment. The long road to becoming a developed nation requires sustained peace, political stability, and a diversified economy that goes beyond subsistence farming. Number 29. Burundi. Burundi's story is one of missed opportunities and devastating conflict. Decades of civil war and political unrest have left deep scars on the nation's social and economic fabric. The GDP per capita, at a mere $347, paints a stark picture of the average Burundian struggle to meet basic needs. Many Burundians live hand-to-mouth, relying on subsistence farming as their primary source of income. This heavy reliance on agriculture makes them extremely vulnerable to fluctuations in weather patterns, as droughts and floods can wipe out crops and plunge families into deeper poverty. The government's efforts to attract foreign investment and improve agricultural techniques have been hampered by ongoing political instability. Burundi's path to becoming a developed country requires a commitment to peace and democratic governance, alongside investments in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development. Number 28. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic has been ravaged by armed conflict for years, leading to a near collapse of its economy and infrastructure. The GDP per capita of $624 reflects the immense challenges faced by the average citizen. Access to necessities like food, water, and healthcare remains limited. Many people in the Central African Republic earn a living through subsistence farming or work in the informal sector. The lack of job opportunities and limited access to education further hinders development. The government, with international support, is striving to rebuild infrastructure, improve security, and attract foreign investment. However, achieving lasting peace and stability is crucial for the Central African Republic to embark on the long journey towards becoming a developed country. Number 27. Malawi. Malawi's economic struggles are largely tied to its dependence on rain-fed agriculture. The relatively low GDP per capita of $554 reflects the difficulty Malawians face in affording necessities, especially during droughts. Limited access to education and healthcare further compounds these challenges. A significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming for survival, making them vulnerable to climate shocks. The government is working on multiple fronts to improve the situation. They are investing in education and healthcare, promoting irrigation and drought-resistant crops, and seeking foreign investment to diversify the economy. Malawi's path to becoming a developed nation requires continued efforts in these areas, along with a focus on sustainable development practices. Number 26. Mozambique. Despite possessing natural resources, Mozambique faces significant hurdles in its development journey. The GDP per capita of $581 indicates limited access to necessities for the average Mozambican. Political instability, coupled with dependence on a few resource exports, has hindered economic diversification. Many Mozambicans rely on subsistence farming or informal work for their livelihood, with limited opportunities in the formal sector. The government is working to improve governance, attract foreign investment, and diversify the economy beyond resource extraction. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development is also crucial for Mozambique's long-term development goals. Number 25. Niger. Niger, despite experiencing positive growth, remains one of the poorest countries globally. Its GDP per capita of $545 reflects the struggle of the average Nigerian to afford necessities. Decades of political instability and harsh desert conditions have hampered economic development. Subsistence farming, heavily reliant on unpredictable rainfall, is the primary source of income for many, leaving them vulnerable to droughts and food insecurity. The government is taking steps forward, investing in infrastructure projects and promoting drought-resistant agricultural practices. Efforts to attract foreign investment are also underway. However, achieving sustained progress towards becoming a developed nation hinges on overcoming political instability, diversifying the economy beyond agriculture, and ensuring long-term climate resilience. Number 24. Somalia. Somalia's story is one of gradual recovery following decades of civil war and instability. While the GDP per capita of $1,158 shows improvement compared to other countries on this list, it still signifies challenges for the average Somali citizen in affording necessities. The legacy of conflict continues to hamper infrastructure development and economic diversification. Many Somalis rely on livestock herding or work in the informal sector for their livelihood. However, there are positive signs. The government is making strides towards rebuilding infrastructure and attracting foreign investment. Somalia's path to becoming a developed nation requires sustained peace and security, continued investment in infrastructure and social services, and diversification of the economy beyond livestock herding. Number 23. Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Democratic Republic of the Congo presents a complex picture. Despite boasting vast natural resources, the country grapples with poverty, driven by a troubled past and ongoing challenges. The GDP per capita of $695 indicates limited access to necessities for a large portion of the population. Decades of conflict and political instability have hindered economic development and infrastructure investment. Many Congolese rely on subsistence agriculture or work in the informal sector for their livelihood. However, there are glimmers of hope. The Democratic Republic of the Congo's economy has experienced recent growth, and the government is taking steps to attract foreign investment and improve governance. The development of the mining sector holds potential for economic diversification. However, overcoming corruption, achieving lasting peace, and ensuring equitable distribution of resource wealth are crucial steps for the Democratic Republic of the Congo to translate its resource potential into widespread prosperity for its citizens. Number 22. Chad. Chad faces a multitude of challenges in its pursuit of development. While there's no official figure for 2023, estimates suggest a GDP per capita of around $500, indicating significant difficulty for the average Chadian to afford necessities. The country's economy is heavily reliant on oil production, making it vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Additionally, widespread poverty and dependence on subsistence farming for a large portion of the population highlight the lack of economic diversification. Decades of instability and security concerns have further hampered infrastructure development and foreign investment. The Chadian government is taking steps to address these issues. They're investing in infrastructure projects, promoting agricultural practices that are more resilient to drought and attempting to attract foreign investment beyond the oil sector. However, achieving sustained progress hinges on overcoming political instability, diversifying the economy, and ensuring equitable distribution of resource wealth to improve the lives of all Chadians. Number 21. Ethiopia. Ethiopia, despite having the highest GDP per capita on this list, still faces developmental hurdles. While the $1,511 indicates a better standing compared to other countries here, affording necessities can still be a struggle for many Ethiopians. Uneven distribution of wealth and limited access to social services like education and healthcare remain challenges. Agriculture, though showing signs of modernization, is still a significant source of income for a large portion of the population, making them vulnerable to climate fluctuations. However, Ethiopia's story is also one of progress. The government is investing heavily in infrastructure development and has made strides towards economic diversification. There's a growing focus on manufacturing and industry. Ethiopia's path to becoming a developed nation requires continued economic growth, equitable distribution of resources, and ensuring sustainable agricultural practices to mitigate climate risks. Number 20. India. India, a land of rich history and cultural diversity, is the world's fifth largest economy by nominal GDP and the third largest by purchasing power parity. However, despite its economic strength, India still grapples with significant challenges in terms of equitable distribution of wealth. The GDP per capita of $2,730 translates to a substantial disparity between rich and poor. A large portion of the population lives below the national poverty line, struggling to afford necessities like food. Limited access to quality education and healthcare further hinders social mobility and perpetuates poverty. While India boasts a booming service sector and technological advancements, agriculture remains a significant source of income for many, particularly in rural areas. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns and droughts. Number 19. Bangladesh. Bangladesh, despite significant economic progress in recent years, still faces challenges in ensuring widespread prosperity. The GDP per capita of $2,650 indicates that while surpassing India in this metric, many Bangladeshis continue to struggle to afford necessities. Limited access to quality education and healthcare can hinder social mobility and perpetuate poverty. A significant portion of the population, particularly in rural areas, relies on agriculture for their livelihood. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns and floods. Bangladesh's story is also one of remarkable progress. The country achieved 100% household electrification in 2022 and boasts significant investments in infrastructure projects. The government is actively promoting economic diversification and attracting foreign investment. Bangladesh's path to becoming a developed nation requires sustained economic growth that benefits all citizens, investment in education and healthcare, and continued efforts to create a more diversified and climate-resilient economy. Number 18. Afghanistan. Afghanistan's economic situation is particularly challenging. The GDP per capita of $363 reflects the immense struggle for the average Afghan to afford necessities like food, water, and healthcare. Decades of war and political instability have severely damaged the country's infrastructure and hindered economic development. A significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming for their livelihood, making them vulnerable to unpredictable rainfall and droughts. The recent political turmoil has further disrupted economic activity and discouraged foreign investment. Despite the difficulties, There are efforts underway to improve the situation. The international community is providing humanitarian assistance, and the government is attempting to rebuild infrastructure and revive basic services. However, achieving lasting progress hinges on establishing peace and stability, attracting foreign investment, and creating a diversified economy that goes beyond subsistence farming. The long road to becoming a developed nation will require sustained international cooperation and a commitment to rebuilding from the ground up. Number 17. Iran. Iran's economy presents a complex picture. Despite a GDP per capita of $5,453 indicating a higher standing than many countries on this list, sanctions and political instability create significant challenges. This translates to difficulty for some Iranians in affording necessities. The Iranian economy is characterized by its hydrocarbon reserves, alongside agricultural, service, and manufacturing sectors. However, international sanctions have hampered economic growth and limited access to foreign investment. Additionally, political instability can create uncertainty for businesses and discourage investment. Despite these challenges, Iran boasts a well-educated population and a strong showing in the science and technology sectors. The government is working on diversifying the economy beyond oil dependence and developing its non-oil exports. Iran's path to becoming a fully developed nation requires a stable political environment, the lifting of sanctions to encourage foreign investment, and continued economic diversification that fosters job creation and improves living standards for all Iranians. Number 16. Togo. Despite recent economic growth, Togo remains a low-income country. The GDP per capita of $892 reflects the challenges faced by the average Togolese citizen in affording necessities. Poverty remains widespread, with a significant portion of the population relying on subsistence farming for their livelihood. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to fluctuations in weather patterns, as droughts and floods can devastate crops and plunge families deeper into poverty. There are signs of progress. The government is investing in infrastructure projects, promoting agricultural practices more resilient to drought, and attempting to attract foreign investment. Initiatives are underway to develop the phosphate mining sector and expand the manufacturing industry. Togo's path to becoming a developed nation requires sustained economic growth, diversification beyond agriculture, and creating opportunities in the formal sector. Investments in education and healthcare are crucial for improving the lives of Togolese citizens. Continued political stability will also be essential to attract foreign investment and create a thriving economy. Number 15. Sierra Leone. Despite gaining independence in 1961, Sierra Leone remains one of the world's poorest countries. A brutal civil war that raged for decades left its infrastructure in ruins and its economy shattered. Political instability continues to be a major obstacle to development, discouraging foreign investment and hindering efforts to rebuild. This translates to a meager GDP per capita of $627, making it incredibly difficult for the average Sierra Leonean to afford necessities like food, clean water, and proper sanitation. Most people in Sierra Leone rely on subsistence farming for their livelihood, a precarious existence heavily dependent on unpredictable rainfall. However, the government is taking steps to improve the situation by investing in infrastructure projects, promoting agricultural practices that are more resilient to drought, and attempting to attract foreign investment. The long road to becoming a developed nation requires sustained peace, political stability, and a diversified economy that goes beyond subsistence farming. Number 14. Liberia. Liberia's story is one of gradual improvement, yet significant challenges remain. Despite a GDP per capita of $647, the average Liberia still faces difficulties affording necessities. Decades of civil war devastated the country's infrastructure and hindered economic development. Political instability continues to be a hurdle, discouraging foreign investment and hindering reconstruction efforts. Subsistence farming is the primary source of income for a large portion of the population. This heavy reliance on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns, as droughts and floods can wipe out crops and exacerbate poverty. There are signs of progress. The GDP per capita has shown a slight increase in recent years, indicating some economic growth. The government is investing in infrastructure projects, promoting drought-resistant crops, and seeking foreign investment to diversify the economy beyond agriculture. Liberia's path to becoming a developed nation requires sustained peace and political stability. Continued investment in infrastructure, education, and healthcare is crucial. Diversifying the economy beyond subsistence farming and attracting foreign investment are also key factors in improving the lives of Liberian citizens. Number 13. Guinea. Guinea, despite boasting mineral resources like diamonds and bauxite, grapples with widespread poverty. The GDP per capita of $994 indicates limited access to necessities for the average Guinean. Decades of political instability and corruption have hampered economic development and hindered foreign investment. A significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming for their livelihood. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns. Additionally, the mining sector, while a source of revenue, hasn't translated into widespread prosperity due to a lack of transparency and infrastructure investment. The government is taking steps to address these issues, focusing on improving governance, attracting foreign investment, and diversifying the economy beyond mining. However, achieving lasting progress requires overcoming political instability and ensuring equitable distribution of resource wealth. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development is also crucial for Guinea's path to becoming a developed nation. Number 12. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso's economy is primarily based on subsistence farming and livestock raising. This translates to a meager GDP per capita of $900, making it difficult for the average Burkinab to afford necessities like food, clean water, and proper sanitation. Highly variable rainfall, poor soils, and a lack of adequate infrastructure further hinder agricultural productivity. Despite these challenges, Burkina Faso is taking steps towards improvement. The government is investing in infrastructure projects to improve connectivity and facilitate trade. Efforts are also underway to promote agricultural practices more resilient to drought and attract foreign investment. However, the long road to becoming a developed nation requires sustained economic growth, diversification beyond agriculture, and overcoming obstacles like political instability and a low literacy rate. Number 11. Madagascar. Madagascar, an island nation known for its unique biodiversity, faces significant economic challenges. The GDP per capita of $454 reflects the difficulty the average Malagasy citizen has in affording necessities. Decades of political instability and corruption have hampered economic development and discouraged foreign investment. Subsistence farming is the primary source of income for a large portion of the population. This heavy reliance on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns, as droughts and cyclones can devastate crops and plunge families deeper into poverty. Additionally, deforestation and environmental degradation further threaten agricultural productivity. There are, however, efforts underway to improve the situation. The government is investing in infrastructure projects, promoting sustainable agricultural practices, and attempting to attract foreign investment in areas like tourism and mining. However, achieving sustained progress requires overcoming political instability, promoting good governance, and diversifying the economy beyond agriculture. Madagascar's path to becoming a developed nation hinges on creating a stable environment that fosters economic growth and improves the lives of all Malagasy people. Number 10. The Gambia. Despite its beautiful coastline and rich cultural heritage, the Gambia grapples with poverty. The GDP per capita of $682 indicates the struggle for the average Gambian to afford necessities like food, clean water, and proper sanitation. Tourism, a significant source of income, is heavily seasonal, leaving many Gambians with limited job opportunities throughout the year. Subsistence farming remains a crucial source of livelihood, especially in rural areas. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns, as droughts can significantly impact harvests. Additionally, political instability in the past has discouraged foreign investment and hindered economic development. There are signs of progress. The government is focusing on promoting sustainable tourism practices, attracting foreign investment beyond tourism, and investing in infrastructure projects. Efforts are also underway to improve agricultural practices and make them more resilient to drought. The Gambia's path to becoming a developed nation requires continued economic growth, diversification beyond tourism and subsistence farming, and political stability. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development is crucial for improving the lives of Gambians. Number 9. Eritrea. Eritrea, despite gaining independence in 1991, faces challenges in its pursuit of development. The GDP per capita of $626 indicates limited access to necessities for the average Eritrean. A long period of mandatory military service and a strained relationship with neighboring countries have hampered economic growth and foreign investment. Agriculture employs a large portion of the population, with many relying on subsistence farming. This dependence on rain-fed agriculture makes them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns, as droughts can devastate crops and lead to food insecurity. The Eritrean government is taking steps to improve the situation. They are investing in infrastructure projects, promoting agricultural practices more resilient to drought, and attempting to attract foreign investment. However, achieving sustained progress requires political stability, a reduction in mandatory military service, and the creation of a more open environment for economic development. Eritrea's path to becoming a developed nation hinges on overcoming these challenges and creating a more diversified economy that goes beyond subsistence farming. Number 8. Yemen. Yemen's story is one of immense hardship. Years of civil war and political instability have caused a devastating economic crisis. The GDP per capita of $983 paints a stark picture of the struggle for the average Yemeni to afford necessities like food, clean water, and healthcare. The conflict has crippled infrastructure and displaced millions of people within the country. Many Yemenis rely on subsistence farming or informal work for their livelihood, with limited opportunities in the formal sector. The war has also disrupted food imports, leading to widespread hunger and malnutrition. There are international efforts underway to provide humanitarian assistance and promote peace talks. However, achieving lasting progress requires an end to the conflict, reconstruction of infrastructure, and investment in reviving the economy. Yemen's path to becoming a developed nation necessitates sustained peace, political stability, and a focus on rebuilding essential services and creating a diversified economy that provides opportunities for all Yemenis. Number 7. Nepal. Nepal, despite boasting stunning Himalayan beauty and rich cultural heritage, faces challenges in its economic development. The GDP per capita of $1,083 indicates that while there has been some improvement, affording necessities can still be a struggle for many Nepalese people. The mountainous terrain and limited infrastructure hinder agricultural productivity and accessibility to markets. A significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming, making them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns like monsoons and droughts. Additionally, political instability and reliance on tourism, which is seasonal, can create economic uncertainty. Nepal is making strides toward progress. The government is investing in infrastructure projects, particularly in hydropower generation, to improve connectivity and provide a reliable energy source. Efforts are underway to promote more sustainable agricultural practices and attract foreign investment beyond tourism. Nepal's path to becoming a developed nation requires continued economic diversification, with a focus on sectors like hydropower and manufacturing. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development in remote areas is crucial for improving the lives of all Nepalese citizens. Political stability and a focus on long-term development strategies are also essential for sustained progress. Number 6. Rwanda. Rwanda's story is one of remarkable progress, but challenges remain. Despite a GDP per capita of $871, indicating improvement, the average Rwandan still faces difficulties affording necessities. The legacy of the 1994 genocide left deep scars on the nation's social and economic fabric. Rwanda has shown tremendous resilience. The government prioritizes stability and invests heavily in infrastructure development, promoting a business-friendly environment. This has attracted foreign investment and bolstered sectors like tourism and information technology. While agriculture remains a significant source of income for many, efforts are underway to modernize farming practices and increase agricultural productivity. The government also emphasizes education and skills development to equip Rwandans for jobs in the growing formal sector. Number 5. Uganda. Uganda, often referred to as the Pearl of Africa for its stunning natural beauty, faces a complex economic landscape. While the GDP per capita has risen to $1,085, indicating some progress, many Ugandans still struggle to afford necessities. This limited economic growth can be attributed to several factors: overdependence on agriculture, particularly coffee exports, exposes Uganda to the volatile winds of global commodity prices. Additionally, a significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming, producing just enough to survive. This precarious existence leaves them highly vulnerable to food insecurity, especially during periods of drought. The high poverty rates paint a stark picture, highlighting the challenges faced by the average Ugandan citizen. Number 4. Kenya. Kenya's economic story is a paradox of progress and disparity. Despite boasting a significant GDP of $104 billion and achieving lower middle-income status, the average Kenyan still faces challenges in affording necessities. This inequality persists due to a significant gap in wealth distribution. While the nation thrives with a robust service sector and diverse economy, the GDP per capita of $2,099.30 paints a different picture for many Kenyans. Dependence on weather-sensitive subsistence farming and limited access to education and healthcare leave many struggling to make ends meet. Kenya's path to becoming a fully developed nation hinges on achieving inclusive economic growth that benefits all citizens, diversification beyond traditional sectors, and a focus on ensuring equitable distribution of resources are essential. Number 3. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's economic story is one of struggle and resilience. Despite a GDP per capita of $2,860, indicating a slight improvement, many Zimbabweans grapple with affording necessities. years of economic mismanagement and political instability have left scars on the nation's infrastructure and productive capacity. A significant portion of the population relies on subsistence farming, making them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns like droughts. Inflation remains a persistent challenge, eroding purchasing power and hindering economic growth. The formal job market struggles to provide adequate opportunities, forcing many into informal work. There are signs of hope. The government is taking steps to stabilize the economy and attract foreign investment. Efforts are underway to revive agriculture and promote drought-resistant crops. Investing in infrastructure development and improving the business environment are also crucial aspects of the recovery plan. Number 2. Laos. Laos, a Southeast Asian nation known for its stunning natural beauty and rich cultural heritage, grapples with pockets of significant poverty, despite a modest GDP per capita of $2,539. While economic growth is on the rise, many Laotians still struggle to afford necessities. Rugged terrain and limited infrastructure hinder agricultural productivity and access to markets in mountainous regions. Subsistence farming remains the primary source of income for a large portion of the rural population, making them vulnerable to unpredictable weather patterns like floods and droughts. The government is prioritizing infrastructure development, particularly in transportation, to improve connectivity and facilitate trade. Efforts are also underway to promote sustainable tourism practices and attract foreign investment in sectors beyond mining. Laos's path to becoming a developed nation necessitates continued economic growth that benefits all citizens, a focus on rural development, and diversification beyond agriculture and mining. Number 1. Tajikistan. Tajikistan, a Central Asian nation nestled amidst towering mountains, faces challenges in its pursuit of development. The GDP per capita of $870 reflects the difficulty for the average Tajikistani to afford necessities like food, clean water, and proper sanitation. A large portion of the population relies on remittances sent back home by migrant workers, often in neighboring Russia. Subsistence farming and small-scale herding are also common sources of income, but limited arable land and a harsh climate can make it difficult to produce enough for a family's needs. The government is investing in hydropower generation to improve energy security and attract foreign investment. There's also a focus on developing Tajikistan's agricultural sector and improving irrigation systems. Tajikistan's path to becoming a developed nation requires continued economic diversification, creating more formal sector jobs, and improving access to education and healthcare. Our journey through these 30 economies reveals a world of immense contrasts. While some nations boast impressive GDP figures and well-developed infrastructure, others struggle to meet the basic needs of their citizens. Building a diversified economy that is resilient to external shocks is also essential for long-term growth. Ultimately, the path to prosperity requires sustained economic development that benefits all citizens, fostering a world where opportunity thrives. Thank you so much for watching our video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates daily. We will meet you in the next video.